Hey, good evening everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I've been battling the wind out on the water with my little Pelican Bass Raider 10E. It makes it a little bit aggravating. The wind getting to blowing, the boat tries to get sideways, and it makes for an aggravating fishing trip sometimes. So I had a little rudder system that I had built for my kayak, and I put it on the Raider, took it out on the water, and it was like the difference was like night and day. So I decided to construct one for the Bass Raider, and I just gathered up some parts that I had laying around, and had an old trolling motor that was no good. It was kind of seized up, wasn't serving no purpose, so I repurposed it and made my rudder for my Bass Raider. So y'all stick around and I'll show you what I did, what I used, and we'll get this project started. Because I had a Minn Kota bow mounted trolling motor that had seized up on me. It wasn't working, so it wasn't no good, but it's been hanging around the house now for a while in the shed. So I decided to just repurpose it, make me a rudder system for it. So what I did, I just took the head off of it, took the cover off the head, disconnected the wires, pulled it out, trying to get the foot off of it I found was kind of difficult, so I just took my grinder and cut it off, pulled the wires out, and just left me with the blank and left me with the mount that goes onto the transom of the boat. And this is the rudder that I had installed on my kayak. So I took it off it was just on a PVC bracket that I had that would just fit over the back of the kayak if it kind of snowed. It worked great on my kayak, but it's not doing all that well on the Bass Raider. So I took this off the PVC pipe. I'm fixing to install it onto the Minn Kota bow mounted trolling motor bracket, and we'll have us a rudder. Okay, the holes are already drilled in the rudder itself, so all I got to do now is drill a hole through the shaft of the trolling motor. I carried it over to my Raider, mounted on the back, and marked the shaft at the depth that I need it. This part of the shaft is seized up. I cannot get this to move, so I had to make sure that I could get the proper depth out of it. Mark my rudder, and right here is where I need it to be. I got it marked with a pencil. You can barely see. I can barely see it. So anyway, I've already went ahead and pre-drilled one hole, and I got a self-tapping screw. I'm going to set it and go ahead and mount it, and then I'll know where to drill my other holes. Okay, so I went ahead and mounted the rudder to the trolling motor bracket. The rudder itself already has some holes already drilled in where I had it on my little kayak rig. So I got to go ahead and pre-drill this hole. Even though I believe 2 would be plenty, I'm going to go ahead and do 3. And there we have a rudder, and I'm confident that right there is going to last me a long time. Okay, so I went ahead and mounted the little rudder to the back of the Bass Raider, mounted it on the transom, and that's the way it'll be, the position that it'll be in when we're transporting it. I think that's going to work out great. I'm going to go ahead and deploy it like I would if I was in the water, and just see how that works out. So the first thing I'm going to be doing this one-handed, so kind of bear with me just a second. First thing we're going to do is reach up here, unlock it, and put it to the position that we think we're going to need it in the water. Let me tighten it up just a little. Get it straight, with the boat. And then I'm going to slide it out and lock this back down. Okay, now we'll reach under here to the trigger, the little release latch, lower it down, locks into position, and it's ready to rock and roll. I think we're going to be really happy with that. Next time I put it on the water, I'll give it either a thumbs up or a thumbs down, and I'll let you know how it worked out. So I'm glad y'all stayed tuned to watch this whole video, and if you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell, and there'll be some upcoming modifications, I'm sure, and some fishing trips forthcoming as well. And we'll catch y'all in the next one.